For almost all student athletes, several factors influence their decision when it comes to choosing the school they will attend. Sophomore guard Ebony Brown says she fell in love with Norfolk State after she visited the campus.
I chose to come to Norfolk State because after meeting with the coaches, I liked the family environment that it had when I came on my visit, and both my mother and father, they came to Norfolk State.
Ebony is an education major specializing in early childhood development. She volunteers at the Norfolk State University Child Development Lab on Tuesdays and Thursdays as part of her practicum experience for the College of Education, and says that she's always wanted to work with children.
I chose education because ever since high school, I've been volunteering, working with kids. I went to a private school and we always had a daycare downstairs, so I've always volunteered and I just enjoyed it. So I figured I could see myself doing something like that later on in life.
Kim Jennings has been the program director at the Child Development Lab since 1979, and she says that the volunteer opportunity at the lab provides students with hands-on training that will help them later in their careers.
Here they have to spend 300 hours of their practicum hours working with the teachers and children, and by planning lesson plans and implementing their lesson plans, and in the preschool and pre-K classroom.
Upon graduation, Ebony plans to pursue a career as an elementary school teacher. She feels that her time at the Child Development Lab further confirms her desire to work with kids.
With me being able to continue to interact with kids, it'll just make my interest grow a lot more, that much more. So I just feel like it's just ensuring me that I want to work with kids when I get older and when I graduate college, and it gives me something to look forward to.
The Spartans have 3 more regular season home games before the MEAC tournament begins on March 11th at the Scope Arena located in downtown Norfolk. Ebony says she wants the team to finish strong so that they can carry that momentum into the tournament.
Well, for the remainder of the season, my goal is to help my team to 3 wins. We have 3 more games, and I really want to push my team and help them, to encourage them, to let them know that we can get these wins. So I really want us to focus on getting these wins and not getting down just because we had an L. We can push back and bounce back from this L, and we can get 3 wins because they're very winnable games.
Head coach Deborah Clark is in her 4th season with the Spartans, and Ebony says Coach Clark has helped her over the past 2 seasons on and off the court.
Coach Clark, she helped me on and off the floor develop as a young lady and as a basketball player. She encourages me to keep pushing myself, and as far as basketball, she makes me go harder and she makes me push harder than what I think I can, and off the floor, she makes sure that I'm getting it done in the classroom and that I'm just not giving up.
And Coach Clark says there's definitely room for Ebony to improve.
As a sophomore, I don't think she's really playing up to her potential. She can do a lot better. We're looking for her to be a little bit more consistent on the offensive end. We're looking for her to come in and provide scoring and just be solid on defense.
Assistant coach Chaundrea Dixon-Gordon works closely with Ebony, and like Coach Clark, she too believes that Ebony has so much more room to grow as a player.
Okay, well, Ebony this season, I feel like, still has not tapped into her highest level of potential. I feel like she has improved a lot on being a little bit more reliable when it comes to scoring each game. What she needs to work on is finishing versus contact, getting her three-point percentage higher, and also shot selection. But her biggest improvement and growth has come a lot with her attitude, a lot with her work ethic being a little bit more consistent than it was last year during practice time.
And Ebony definitely agrees. She feels that Coach Gordon's toughness has helped her grow this season.
Because Coach Gordon, I would have to say, she's the hardest coach on me, considering she's my position coach. So she pushes me every day. She doesn't let me slack off in practice, and if she sees me slacking off, she gets onto me. She doesn't let anything slide, and I just think that's good for me. I seem to do a lot better when I have a coach that pushes me and doesn't let me slack off at any given time.
Teammate, senior Marion Brooks, says that Ebony is known on the team as Lil Peach because she hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Marion also says that you can always find Ebony with some sort of snack throughout the day.
Off the floor, Ebony is a junk food junkie. I don't know if she eats a whole meal at any point throughout the day, maybe breakfast, but even then it's like grits and oatmeal. You will see her at Spartan Station, at the bookstore. She'll come out with Reese's. Lately her favorite thing is Nutter Butter peanut cookies with bananas. And so, you know, she just mix and matches, but she is definitely junk food junkie.
As a kid, I was always doing a sport. I was always doing something. Never really had time to like sit down and eat. So I guess that's carried on into my college life. So I'm always snacking on something. I never really have time to just sit down and just eat unless it's at nighttime. So yeah, I'm a snacker.
So what else does Ebony like to do in her spare time? Well, when she's not on the court or volunteering at the daycare, there's one thing that Ebony really loves to do.
But most of all, I write poetry. I don't think many people know that. I keep a book of poetry and I just write it. It kind of clears my mind and my thoughts, and I just keep it. I love to go back and read over it.
The Spartans take on Bethune-Cookman on Saturday at Joseph Eccles Hall. Tip-off is set for 4 p.m. From Norfolk State, this has been Chaundrea Lee with NSUSpartans.com.